今日はここが変だよ日本人です。Yay! Well, today I'm going to talk about my experience. I've worked in New York and also in Japan, but man, like Japanese work a lot. So much.
What did you do for work?
Well, I was a public accountant, so I worked in a public accounting office as a CPA in New York and in Tokyo. But man, like in Japan, like we work so much. Like everyone works overtime every day, even on the weekends.
What's average hours?
Like maybe 9 to 9.
Wow.
That's too much.
Like average.
Yeah.
Sometimes like when it's really late, like 9 to 12, like midnight.
Whoa.
The latest I worked was 3 a.m.
What? Do you get paid overtime?
Yeah, we do.
So you get.
But a lot of people,
Not
like
everyone,
because
right?
in Japan, like we get paid overtime, people just stays in the office and start working after like the evening, so that
Just on
they get
purpose.
more money.
Oh, okay.
But the companies are like, hey, don't work overtime, but then the workload is just so much. And that's why people get depressed.
How was it compared to America? Did you work overtime over there?
Oh, of course I worked overtime in America, but we don't get overtime paid. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Like in my company, no, but our base salary was higher.
Okay, so kind of evened out.
Yeah, kind of even up, but like everyone's like, okay, time to go.
Which one did you prefer then?
America.
No, I think I would too. Like if you get same amount pay but less hours.
But the thing is, people are more efficient that way, I think.
Yeah. Like,
they're like, oh, I'm gonna do this and that and that.
Yeah,
You
I
have
think
to
that's
finish by
the
this
problem
time.
in Japan as well. I feel like people are not really efficient because like the way the companies work, like if you want to do something, you need to ask permission, and then it takes ages until you get permission. So by the time you get it, it's already like 9, and you need to stay longer.
So. Like decision making is very slow in Japan.
Yeah. And like I also noticed, like by working here in other companies, like people, they're just like chilling until 5, and at 5 they're like, oh my god, I have so much to do. I need to stay until 10, and I'm like, what did you do all day?
Like, you sure you're not Italian? Half Italian makes sense. Because like I've worked in America, I had a couple part-time jobs, but I can't really compare because the job I have now is an American school. So
Be careful, your boss is right next to you.
And it's one of the best places I ever worked in.
Exactly.
I think in Ukraine we don't get paid like overtime, so we don't work overtime that much. Yeah.
We get paid more if
It's overtime pay.
If it's
So like,
overtime,
if it's like $10, you get $12 an hour.
Yeah,
So 10.
yeah.
But even with that, like you guys put like family or
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
social
I think
life
French
first,
people
right?
do that.
Yeah.
Family life is
It's
really
like,
important.
I'm having dinner with my
My
family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Bye-bye.
true.
So that's why overtime is rare. If it's like once a week, like I can't, make it a dinner or something. But if it's every day, people are gonna either quit the job or find a new job. Because in America, you can move from this position to another company, same position, same pay,
Yeah, you
or
don't
even
need to
more.
start,
You don't. I think in Japan, if you leave a company, you might have to start from the bottom again.
Yeah.
I think some people don't want to leave, but in America, you have that chance of lateral movement.
Yeah, so maybe like work-life balance is not that good in Japan,
it's
right?
not.
Yeah, it's not so good.
Yeah.
But I guess like usually people don't get fired, so
Well,
I guess
yeah,
that's
that's
the
the
really
thing.
good
But
part.
that's why they're not efficient.
Exactly.
Because like
It's
I
not
don't
like
need to
competitive.
I don't need to be good at my job.
No motivation.
Because usually the
Yeah.
companies like want to make all employees kind of the same.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
like move you around the departments after like 2-3 years, and it's not, I guess, efficient. I guess.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it doesn't. They don't really look at like what you studied in university either.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
oh, you're from this university. It's like, hey, you must be smart. But they don't really look at like what major you were.
Okay. They just look at the university, not your
No, for us it's
Super
completely like
Japanese.
the opposite. If you want to do a certain job, you need to study
Yeah,
like a certain
exactly.
thing.
Not even that. I think also experience. Like some in America, it's like you need this degree, but with 5 years experience.
We want you to be 20.
I just graduated. How do I have 5-10 years
I know,
experience
right?
doing
That's
this?
so annoying.
So that's
the main
one thing
problem for
I
Ukraine,
think.
so yeah.
That's the same in
So
France.
I think maybe Japan has better. Like, oh, he graduated from here. Okay,
Yeah,
well, got
so you
you.
can
In America, it's
learn.
like, do you have experience? I just graduated.
No one wants to hire you because you're like a new graduate.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of hard after graduating.
Yeah.
Yeah.